So we can sit in a comfortable way. So make sure that you are comfortable and warm. If you are sitting on a chair, make sure that your feet are well connected with the ground. And if you are sitting on the ground, make sure that you are aware of all the parts of your body that are connected with the ground. And you close your eyes and you send your awareness in your feet and in the connection, their connection with the ground, the heels, the soles, the toes. And if you are sitting on the floor, you are aware of all the parts of your body connecting with the ground. And now we are going to send our awareness to our respiration. Your breathing is gentle, at ease. You notice the state of your body and your mind. Now we are going to take 3 deep breathing. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. And now you come back to your own rhythm of respiration, smooth and gentle. You notice the state of your body and your mind. You continue breathing at your own pace in a gentle way. And now you visualize that your body is in a bubble of light. This bubble of light is pleasant, englobing, surrounding all your being. And you feel it all around you. When you breathe in, you feel yourself getting more light, gathering more light. And when you breathe out, you feel your body radiating light into the bubble. Breathe in, I'm getting light. Breathe out, I'm sending it in the bubble. It's radiating from me into the bubble. Breathe in, getting light. Breathe out, sending it, radiating it into the bubble. You continue to do that for a while. This light is beautiful. And you can, if you want, associate a positive emotion with it. Peacefulness, happiness, joy, love. And the bubble is absorbing this emotion. And it's giving more strength to your light, to the light of this bubble. Breathe in, you gather light. Breathe out, you radiate it in the bubble. And now you visualize that you extend this bubble of light to all of your place. This bubble radiating with you, from you with its emotion, is encompassing all your place, your flat or your house with the garden, and it has an emotion of peace or happiness or joy or love. This bubble is all around your place. And then you extend this bubble to all your area. To all your country. It's getting bigger and bigger. And now it is englobing all the planet. The whole planet, our planet Earth, is radiating with light and peace, happiness, joy or love. When you breathe in, you feel the planet bringing together light. And when you breathe out, you feel the planet radiating light with peace, happiness, joy, or love into the cosmos, into the universe. Breathe in, the planet gets stronger in light, and breathe out, this light radiates into the universe. Breathe in, light gets stronger. Breathe out, it is extending in whole of the universe. With all people part of the community of light, you are part of this planet, radiating light and positive emotions. You are the planet, radiating light and positive emotions together with all the people on the planet. This planet with this light is very strong and radiating positive energy, positive emotions into the universe. You are part of this planet. You are the planet. Now slowly, gently, you bring back your consciousness to your body. And when you are ready, you can open your eyes.
Thank you, Claire. That was beautiful. Yeah, I really could feel the energies building up as we progressed in the meditation. Lovely. So now we've come to the final part of the session where we share whatever we want to share as far as tools that we have used and maybe your reaction to the meditation and maybe Claire, yeah, Claire also might have a few other points and things to comment on. So yes, please. So please, you can chat, type your comments or your questions into the chat box, and we can try and answer them.
Can share your experience earlier during the exercise as well.
Just to mention, this is an exercise that I do every morning now at the start of my meditation. And it brings me, I mean, a different, I would say, color or lightness. It brings lightness into my meditation because I really feel, you know, part of just the planet that is bringing light into the universe, part of a community of light. So let's exchange more and more tweaks. Sorry, Pinhan.
No. I think it's the exercise was wonderful because it helps to, you know, like uplift my energy, and original maybe have some heaviness from, you know, doing a lot of things of the day. But by doing this exercise also keep me lighter and feel more relaxed and connected with, you know, every living beings on the planet Earth, as well as with the planet as well. So thank you, and the universe. Yes.
Hey, I have one more thing that I use that it's that's been quite helpful over the years. There was once I picked up this practice, and it stated just write everything you do in a day, from the time you wake up in the morning, get out of bed, brush your teeth, have breakfast, head to the office, or in every single thing, every single action. And beside it, you rate it and you say that, oh, this energizes me. So you put a plus, or this zaps me of energy, and you put a minus. Or maybe it's nothing, like, you know, maybe I don't really get much joy out of it. Then you put a neutral. And then how can I turn that one activity into a positive? For example, shower. how can you make that more pleasant? Or the other one was, I remembered that at that point in time, I could either take the bus to work or I could cycle to work. So which one brought me more joy? And I realized that, okay, I like walking more, or and driving, although it was convenient, I didn't find much joy. So just little by little, it helped me make decisions on a small basis, a small level that has made a bigger difference, because the choices are towards positive. Yeah.
Mm.
Wow,
Yeah, that's great. It's what's again, I mean, it's, for me, it's bringing back to joy of being, you know, having joy in every action, every little thing that makes a day. Because at the end, I mean, most of days are made of little things, not big things. No, that's and little wonders, little miracles, little joyful things. Yes.
Yeah. And it was not about taking away the negative things or things that zap me of energy. It was, how can I transform it to make it more fun? Like washing the dishes, put on some music.
Yeah.
Yes. So we also open the floor for participants. If you would like to share your experience in your life, how do you transform maybe your stress, anxiety, fear into something light, fun? You can raise your hand. You can unmute yourself and to share with the floor.
Don't be shy.
Yeah, people are shy. I guess we've been dominating the conversations here, even though people have been writing in the chats.
Yeah, questions, or you can type in the chat room, or we can, because Claire actually have some more points to share, so we can observe if people raise their hands or type in the chat box. But in the meantime, maybe also Claire, if you would like to share one or two more points that you prepare for the day.
Yeah, we can talk about playfulness and joy of being. We were talking about the joy of being of a child, and it's also playfulness, and how playfulness for me is directly connecting us with our inner child, the beautiful little pure child that we have inside of us. And of course, the sense of wonder, the sense of beauty comes in. I mean, everything is beautiful for a child. Everything is curious. Everything is wonderful, and that's something that we can cultivate in everything, in every part of the day. If we all the chores, like Fiona, I mean, when you were mentioning that, making the dishes with music, you know, we can even dance with the dishes, you know, make some movements that are going with the music, and that makes that it's more fun, instead of just, you know, washing and putting the dish in to dry. Well, we can invent things, we can be creative, we can be artful with all those things. And that's something that that can be done. I remember, I mean, I in one workshop I even mentioned that we can, you know, when we pour the cup of tea in the morning, we can have it in different ways. I mean, in India and in Malaysia, teh tarik. I mean, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful way to pour the tea in a cup. We can play with that. And one of the participants told me, Ocha, that she tried at home, and she had fun. And her 10-year-old daughter told, oh, mommy has become so funny. It's great. Yes. So it brings lightness. It brings, you know, joy of being in our life. And that's also known to be pushing away dementia and Alzheimer, because we are constantly, you know, playful, creative, all those things. And when we also look at, read stories about masters, about sage people, it is said that they always laugh. they always laugh. They're always, you know, laughing like a child. Oh, everything is fun. Everything is wonderful. And that's spirituality. That's spirituality, to be able to see the joy and the playfulness in everything. Yeah. So that's something that we can also, I mean, share about our tricks. You know, for me, it's like when I do something and I have to do it in the morning, it becomes, you know, something like it's there's an order. There's an order to it, and it becomes boring. It can become boring, but no, I'm changing the order. So, oh, today I'm going to make number 3 before number 1, and that brings fun. That brings, you know, variation in the doing. That brings something that is becoming new because I never did before the number 3 or before the number 1. Number 3 means in order, you know, having, for example, I'm feeding the birds, and there are 3 places in the that I put seeds in, and 1, 2, 3. But one day I do 3, 2, 1, or 3, 1, 2, or whatever. This it's getting out of the chore, getting out of the boredom of the chore. Yes, that's.
And yeah, I'd like to I mean, because there's a question here, you know, or somebody, Cherry has asked, any emotional first aid in case of bad emotional turmoil? Because it's very hard to meditate when the state of mind is too agitated and upset. And you're absolutely right, because if you ask somebody, okay, look for peace and, you know, put on some meditation, and your mind is just all over the place. The first thing that we do in the Feldenkrais work is to feel the floor, feel the surface that you are in touch with. Feel the surface. So come back to where I am. I can feel my sitting bones on the chair. I can feel more weight on the right hand side. I can feel my left foot on the chair, and my feet are a little bit cold. My palms. So coming back to the body, feeling, I feel a little bit of tension in my chest. My breathing is a little hard. So it's just one sentence by one sentence to slow down the thoughts, because there is no way that the thoughts can go through the stories and the worries when I am at this point touching my knee and feeling the temperature of my knee that's different from the temperature of my thigh. So I would say that coming back to the body and just pick up a cup and say, I am drinking my tea. I'm stirring my tea. And one thing at a time. Oh, this tastes sweet, or it needs a bit more water. And one thing, because I think to sit and meditate, it's a very big ask. So I'm with you on that, Cherry. The first time I started meditation, I said, there's no way I can sit, so I'm going to try moving in meditation instead. So I tried Tai Chi, some dance, 5 rhythms. So it's having a toolbox of all these tools that you have, including call a friend you can count on, or reading that passage that touched you, or opening up your diary. So with all these tools we are gathering, and maybe today I feel like this one might help me, but I can't use that, it doesn't work today. So the flexibility, and that's why I think it's so precious that Claire is inviting all of us to come together to share ways in which, maybe even lying by a tree, sitting by a tree, going to nature, or your favorite spot at the beach. Yeah, these are all first aid tools that I use, and each of us will have to gather what works for us.
When I have difficulties, my mind is in turmoil, as Cherry said, when I want to meditate. I do 2 things. I take deep breathings, and this is already, I mean, aerating my mind, my thoughts. And the second one is I go a little bit like you said, Fiona. I go part of my body after part of my body. I start with the feet. My feet are relaxed. My ankles are relaxed. My legs are relaxed, the knees are relaxed, the thighs are relaxed, etc. I go one after the other, all my body parts, and at the end, I feel that my mind is more calm, has calmed down, because I was actually it brought me into the present, being aware of every part of my body, and that works quite well. I mean, that's another tool that maybe some of you can use.
Yeah.
And there's also the power of remembrance. I mean, Bian, you had a beautiful sharing the other day about that.
Yes, yes. So yeah, sometimes, just little chance occurrences will happen and reminds me of, something a friend said, that we laughed a lot, or, just happy times with family or friends, or funny times. And it really helps to lighten my mood, and all of a sudden everything seems lighter. So that's kind of dispelling also the heaviness sometimes that I feel, or many times that I feel. And I know I need to be more, to cultivate this habit of remembering all these funny things that happen. And it's nice to remember friends maybe that you're not, you don't see very often now, but in the past maybe you were close to. It's nice to remember all these things, that shared memories with people that lift your spirits. Maybe someone shared something very inspirational to you or gave you a lot of comfort, and then you feel gratitude for that. So being grateful also is a really nice way to dispel heaviness as well. So yes, so just think back and try and remember all the fun times that you've had, the beautiful times that you shared. Maybe in nature there was just a stunning sunset, a beautiful sunrise with a really close friend. Yes.
I like what Gail said, greet little kids or animals, and make
Yes.
short conversations with them. That brings joy.
Yes.
And Ewan said some yoga tools as mantra chanting, pranayama, awareness of body or breath works for her. And KK said feeling the surface. Yeah, I really enjoy the touch as well. Just holding something, a copper singing bowl while sitting,
yes.
is good enough to calm down, and there's no need to strike or do anything with the bowl.
That strikes a chord with me. I want to share something also. The feeling of certain objects, that the copper that's smooth and that's cool, that's conductive also. It's electrical actually, but I like stones, and if I go to the beach, there will be rounded stones and pebbles, just nice, small enough to hold in your hand, not too big, or even to put in your pocket. And some of them are very smooth, and I find it very comforting to hold them. They can be any color, they can be quite pretty, they can be even kind of rough sometimes, but whatever feels nice to hold in your hands. I like that, the tactile feeling of, driftwood that has been polished in the waves and the sand, that has a nice smooth sanded finish because of the sand. So the rocks also do that, and the stones that you find, the pebbles, or in rivers. So nature also has these really beautiful things that we can connect to, and to find comfort in, and to see beauty in as well, to be reminded of beauty.
Yes, Vian, I agree. And sometimes when I'm in those places, the messages or the answers will come in certain strange, magical ways.
Yes, when we are connected to nature, we are in kind of a semi-meditative state. So that allows thoughts to come into your mind. I think, yes, your subconscious will be able to help figure things out, to solutions that your conscious mind just cannot bring forth by itself.
Yes, I have experienced a very powerful one too. Echo Fiona's experience talk about the intuition come our answers from the tree. Just a brief one. I was working on my fear of lacking, maybe lacking the materials or money and things like that due to my upbringing backgrounds. And I have been working that for a few years. But then when I was with one of the giving tree, the very compassionate tree, and I was touching it and feeling the tree, and I had a really strong words, word by word, came to me, like intuition or something. And the message shared with me was, you have more than enough to give. And that's amazing because I was feeling not enough, but the tree or the nature was telling me, hey, you have enough, you should start to give. Okay, well, I got it. And that suddenly awakening or moment changes my fear. It just transformed immediately. And that's how amazing that nature can really transform us from the fear of lacking or anything into very positive things. Yes. So I saw Chris raise their hand. So Chris, you can unmute yourself and please then to share with us.
Yeah, I want to share, like, sometimes when I really can't sit still or be calm, I would like to go out to just listen to a stream and let the sound of the water run through my ears, like from different directions. And if I cannot go out immediately, I would actually get onto YouTube and find a video of nature that have nice sounds of a stream.
It's very soothing. The sound
Yes.
of water is very soothing.
Yes, and also
Yes.
that can calm me down.
Yes.
We also have some more sharing coming. Maybe Fiona, would you mind to read it out? I really enjoy your reading.
Yes, Amanda said the simple joy of having a cup of hot tea quietly. Janice said, look up into the sky and look for clouds. And I'm reminded of the wonder around us. I love sunrise and sunsets. Sometimes I even spot rainbows and beautiful birds. Yeah, and Felicia said those will become your inner resources to tap into when you need to.
It is about community building and giving ourselves resources to deal with what life is bringing to us. Yeah, you're welcome, Gail. Gail says grateful for this rich experience tonight. Yeah.
It's also a way to give more strength to the light, to the spiritual development of all the living beings in the planet. That's important. We are at a time when it becomes very important to reach out as much as we can in all different ways.
Yes,
Yeah.
I also have noticed, like we have been maybe locked down or spending more time at home, have social distance, and then our heart is naturally is closing. I don't know, but when I notice, I have been home for a month or something, and my heart just gets closed. And I have to be aware and conscious to like what practice Bian was leading the meditation earlier, and Claire's practice to be conscious, be aware to open it up. And I can feel, oh, it's opening up. I have more, it can bring up more love, more compassion, and can be able to support those who are around you. Yeah, so that is also very important at this period of time. Yeah.
Yeah, with all this negativity around, these are tools that you can use to help to overcome. I think some of you may find, that not all of these would work for you. So you have to choose which ones would work for you, try them out, and even adapt them to your own needs. And as you find you use them, you could change them and then make them even better for yourself.
I saw there's a question from a participant. So Kaiser, so thank you for joining that. And he asks, thanks a lot for sharing your practices for connecting ourselves with positivity. Yet in face with so much sufferings and loss of loved ones due to COVID pandemic around the world and the wars in Ukraine, and recently the plane crash in China, how can we turn pains,
Suffering and negative feelings.
yes,
People
of people around
in-
you into something positive?
I have something's coming to me that the place to start is ourselves. I have to be responsible for what I'm creating in my life and with the people around me, in the relationships around me. And yes, there are huge issues around the world, and it might be there's something, maybe a calling within us to want to help more people. And first, I have to look at myself. Is there peace within me? Where is that conflict within me? Or what do I have? How can I contribute to the light? How can I be a generator of more light in this world? Even with a conversation with my family members, or on a bus, or on the roads, how can I look at myself first? And then when I change how I am reacting to something, a situation, something might change. And I think it's not a linear thing to say that, oh, my impact, me saying this will help that person. But who knows, maybe what I do in the morning in meditation will help someone in Ukraine somewhere, because I don't believe it's linear. So maybe Claire, you'd like to add on?
Absolutely. I mean, I'm all for what you said, because it's very important. Let's always remember that we are not only a body. We are body, mind, and spirit. So we have an impact at all different levels. And as you said, Fiona, your meditation can help someone in Ukraine or someone in another part of the world. Or, of course, it starts with the body, is with our physical life, whatever happens. But we have an impact at all levels. And the exercise that we did today, I mean, the planet that is breathing light, we are contributing to it. We are part of it. We are part of this. And that's something that, let's not forget, we have a part in it. We are responsible for it. We are responsible physically, with our mind, the strength of our thoughts, and with our spirit. And whenever, you know, it starts also with the mind. It starts with how you look at people when you are in the street. How you look at them. Do you look at them? Do you notice them? Or they don't exist? You know, in many times I look at people and I feel I'm not there for them. You know, they don't exist. They are just in their world. But what if we include them in our world? I don't know this guy, I'm just crossing him, but he's part of my world. Why? Because I'm crossing him in the street, you know? And then how do I look at this guy? Well, he can be a person, I don't care about you, you know, or he can be a person, I acknowledge the light within you. I see you as a human being, as that has light inside. Whatever you do, I mean, it doesn't matter. It's how I look at the world, how I look at people. And this has an impact. This has an impact on me first, which is good. And it has an impact on the person. Whether this person feels it or not, it has an impact. Yeah.
Gosh, Claire, I have something to
Yeah.
add too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I often get so irritated. People are walking and they're looking at their phones and they're not, you know, they kind of get into your way. And it's one of my triggers. I get irritated. And so then I get upset and angry at them. And it's like, why aren't they more aware? Come on, you know, you're blocking people's way and la, la, la. So I find myself in a negative space and I think, hang on, I read somewhere a really good exercise to try, and it does work for me, I must say. So when I'm in this angry and irritable mood that everybody is kind of like idiots, and then, you know, I have to change my view of them. So the exercise states that, oh, that person can be my uncle, that one's my granddaughter, that one's my cousin, that's my sister there. And you look at their face, and I tell you, their faces actually change from nasty to halfway pleasant, actually. You know, it actually
Yes.
does. It changes the way I see things, and then I realize, oh, we are all connected. We are all spirit, and though these people are just having as hard a time as I am, me being irritable and angry and upset at them, they are just as having a hard day as well, just like me. And I have to recognize that and give them space to be, and just let go of my anger, and realize that I am more connected to them than not, that there's so much more similarities, that we are all family. Basically, we are all family. And looking at strangers in that way, it's like, oh, wow. I don't do it often enough, but it really works when I do it. So anyway, I recommend that.
Yeah, thank you,
Beautiful.
Bien and Claire and Fiona, for your beautiful sharings as well. And also thanks a lot for the participants, your types, messages in the chat room. So should we give a closure for this event today?
Yes, yes. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for everyone for contributing. And even if you didn't say anything, we feel your energy. We feel your attention.
Yes.
That is very important. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Thank you all, and good night.
Thank
Thank
you.
Good night. Thank you all.
Take care.
Thank you.
Take care.
See you.
Thank you very
And
much.
blessings.
Bye-bye.
Blessing to all.